Hello, Briarwood, and welcome to the Crazy Spicy Mustang podcast. I'm your host, Jared King Solver.
And I'm your other host, Leah Webb. And today for our segments, we will be interviewing a special guest, spicing it up with a challenge,
as well as cooking and even reviewing a new Star Wars series.
Let's lay down to our first segment, Stop, Drop, and Roll, as I interview a special guest. Hello, Briarwood, and welcome to Stop, Drop, and Roll. I'm your host, Leah Webb, and today's special guest is a Houston firefighter, my mom, Jocelyn Garriga. Jocelyn, welcome. We're so glad to have you join us today on our podcast.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
We would like to have a vision on what it's like to be a firefighter. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions on what it's like to be a firefighter.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Question 1. What made you realize you wanted to be a firefighter?
I've always liked helping people, and I've always been very active, hands-on, like challenging things, and being a firefighter is something that was extremely challenging. You know, not everybody can do it. Fires, rescues, the things that we see, and that's just something that was just a calling, I guess.
Question 2. How long have you been doing your job?
Wow, I've probably been doing it for 28 years. most a long time. Yeah, ready to retire. Not kidding.
What's the craziest/funniest call you've ever gotten?
God, 28 years, that's a lot of calls. I wish she never gave me those questions, and she's like, I'm just surprised. Okay, so just one of them, we got called for check the welfare of somebody. So we show up on scene, and we're looking in the house, and we don't see anything. But I did see somebody's cane on the ground, so we're like, okay, so we probably do have a patient in there. We got to get in there somehow. And so we were trying to pry windows open, banging on the door, nothing. So we saw an AC, and we're trying to get it out so we can make entry. And next thing I know, the window things come open. There's this old lady holding a gun right at our faces. I was like, oh, no, don't shoot. We all dropped to the ground. And anyway, that's just one of many things that have happened. But that was pretty funny and scary at the same time. Yeah. And then we also get that rescue the cat and the tree call. You know, that's always pretty funny. You know, we've never seen a dead cat in a tree, have we? So, yeah.
What's the most dangerous mission you've been on?
Oh, man. God, there's so many. Usually when we're first in on a house fire or any kind of fire and we don't know what we're going to come up to, you know, we get sent by ourselves sometimes, and you get there and there's, you know, just smoke and fire everywhere. When you walk in and you don't even know where you're going because everything is black. Nothing is like it is on the TVs or the shows. Everything is completely black. You can't even see your hand. So we go by feel. And I've taught her this. We pick a side and we stick to that side, and we just follow the wall and try to feel around for people.
How long is your shift?
My shift is 24 hours, sometimes 48, sometimes 72. If I don't have relief the next day, or we have a pretty good shortage right now and not a lot of paramedics, so I'll work my 24-hour shifts and then I don't have my relief. And she's unfortunately felt that quite a bit, that I won't even see her on the weekends at all. So yeah, it's usually 24 on, 24 off, 24 on and 5 days off.
And to wrap it up, our last question, do you have any advice on becoming a paramedic?
Oh man, being a paramedic is the best. It's the best of all worlds. I can actually help people. I can give them drugs that can make a difference in their life. I can know what hospital I need to take somebody, because not all hospitals do the same thing. So I know exactly what hospital I can take a stroke, a heart attack, a shooting, a stabbing, and sometimes just even recognizing what's going on with the patient, that I can give them medication, and I can we can make a difference. And like I say, take them to the correct hospital.
Thank you so much for being on our podcast today.
Oh, you're very welcome. My pleasure.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us on Stop, Drop, and Roll, and we'll see you next time.
That's a pretty cute name.
now for our next segment with Hannah Tay as she hosts the world famous Tahine Challenge.
With special guests Coach Gore and Miss Ahmed.
Hello guys, my name is Hannah and today we are going to be playing the Tahine Challenge. Y'all will be eating tahine plain. Now introducing Coach Gore and Miss Ahmed.
Good luck. Good luck.
The rules are under no circumstance you will not make a face while eating the tahine. If you don't make a face, you go to the next round. Last woman standing wins. We will be playing for a Chick-fil-A card worth $25.
Nice.
If there's a tiebreaker, we will put ghost pepper hot sauce on top of the tahine, a reasonable amount. Let's begin. Each of you grab one of each spoon, and then take it together. Whoever makes a face loses.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. Laughing's okay, right?
Yes.
You just don't want us to make a bad face.
No sour
okay,
face.
Okay,
Okay, got it.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. Next round.
Can I have a sip of water in between?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wait, the next one has the ghost pepper stuff?
Do I win?
I was joking.
All right. Now introducing the ghost pepper hot sauce.
Interesting.
One drop, right?
Yep.
Oh no. Hold
boy.
up. Hold up.
Oh boy.
Mm-mm.
You ready?
No.
Okay, tell me when.
Go.
Well,
It appears
Well.
as if we'll be splitting.
the gift card.
We'll
Well.
treat ourselves.
I
Happy to
guess
split it with you.
it's a tie, and y'all get to share the Chick-fil-A gift
right.
card.
Hey, good job, coach.
All right.
Thank you for y'all being on the podcast today.
She's a little shaky.
Uh-uh.
She's shaking over there. Look at her hands. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
thanks for
thank
inviting
you.
us to your challenge.
Thank you for coming.
So hi.
Challenge. Coach Gore and Miss Ahmed, great job.
Now for our third segment, we'll be heading down to the kitchen for some delicious food with Edward, David, and Gavin as the Tres Tipos.
Hello guys, welcome to my cooking show. Today, in this section, we will be making poutine, the traditional Canadian dish. If you come over here, we have potatoes, we have cheese, we have gravy, and then we have our final touch right here. First, you will need to wash your hands to prepare this fine dish. Alright, we have our hands nice and clean, ready to make poutine. Okay, we will start to wash our potatoes. Then you will need to have, then you will need to dry the potatoes. Okay, you will need to cut your potatoes. Okay, now we will pour in our oil. Alright, that's about right of oil. You don't want too much, but you want a bit amount to fry the. Okay, now I threw in the fries, and it has a very high temperature, which you need. Alright. Okay, now you want to just take out your fries, just like this, strain the grease off. Okay, now for the gravy, brown gravy, you will need, we're gonna use tallow, because that's what the recipe calls for. Okay, so I think you will need about 3 teaspoons, or maybe less. So you want to just add some of this into here. It might be a little that it is melting. So once it starts getting melty, you want to just add 1 cup of water.
Alright, go.
Okay, for the final step of the fries, you will need to throw some salt on it and then toss them around like this. Okay, for the next step, you will want to use the McCormick brown gravy pre-mix. So you want to add I think the whole packet you will need to add. So let's just throw in that thing. Okay, so you want to just add it in there. Okay, when it's okay, now as you can see, come over here. The gravy is really nice and thick. It's nice and thick. Start. Okay, now that you have your cheese curds, cheese curds, you want to just put this onto your fries. And this is a trick that I learned to melt the cheese. You want it nice and melty, so you want to do this before you add the hot gravy on top. Cut. Okay, now you want the nice hot gravy, and you want to just pour it all over your fries. Alright, you want about that much? That's a good amount. And just look at that, guys! We have just done it! Poutine of the money! Go! Yes! Poutine! You have it here, guys. You have poutine. This is one of my best recipes here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please share with all your family to make this delicious, authentic poutine. Cut. Okay, there you have it. Delicious, authentic Canadian poutine. But wait, I have one final step, and this is my way. We are gonna add some Takis Fuego dust all around the dish, just like that. That's good. Okay, guys. So now we are gonna have our taste tester try our poutine. Present yourself. What is your name, sir?
Gavin.
Gavin Whaley. There it is. How is it, Gavin?
It's so good.
It's busted.
This is
It's Canadian.
yes. This man is from Canada. He knows the stuff, and that's how you know I nailed poutine. Cut.
Hello, I am Joshua Brown.
It's pretty good. Crunch! Okay, you will need to cut your potatoes. we will.
Segment, we'll be joining Jarrett as he reviews Star Wars' brand new series.
Hello, my name is Jarrett Kingsolver. I'm going to be telling y'all about the new Star Wars series, Andor. It is about Cassian Andor and his story to be eventually part of the rebellion. Also, there are 2 to 3 flashbacks when he was a kid on the planet Kenari, and how he got rescued by his stepmom Marva. So far, there are 3 episodes, and I'll be telling you all about it. I'll be rating it 1 to 10 and telling you all the pros and cons about the series Andor. Andor is in 5 BBY, 1 year before Rogue One. The show is very well written, and the cast is very good. Diego Luna being Cassian, Adria Arjona being Bix Kalin as Cassian's friend, and some other characters that will show up in the show. Andor starts with quite the bang, with Cassian killing 2 guards, and that's going to kick off this arc for Cassian. Into episode 2 is a really slow episode, but you do meet some characters. Meet is Lutheran Real, and episode 2 is a get ready episode for episode 3 that will eventually be a lot more action, but there's just a bunch of dialogue in the grand scheme of things. Lutheran is honestly really cool. There are 2 really big fight scenes. Lutheran teaches Cassian some things, like when you walk up into a room and set traps, because you never know who will come in. At the very end, Cassian and Lutheran do end up getting away. Overall, the series is actually quite fun and pretty exciting when it wants to be, meaning there's not a lot of action. And when I think of Star Wars, I think of a lot of action but there's a lot of dialogue. Yes, I do get that there's dialogue to explain stuff, but I like more action. The characters are pretty cool. Bix, she's pretty annoying and doing nothing to the overall story so far. My favorite character is by far is Lutheran Real, because he's really cool. Overall, I would give the series a 7 out of 10, and that's pretty generous. The only reason it's not a 5 out of 10 is because of Cassian and Lutheran. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on the Crazy Spicy Mustang podcast. I'm Jarrett Kingsolver.
And I'm Aaliyah Webb.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Go for it, Anna. Let's see what you got.
Wait. I gotta try this.
Come over here.
What are y'all doing?
How do you eat?
Try it. Come on, just eat it.
Now that's a face. That's a face. You lose.
Bro, y'all are so. Bro. Oh my god.
Aaliyah likes it.
No, I don't like it.
Not so bad.
Wait, no, how are you picking it out?
It's not that bad. Seriously.
Wait, how much am I doing?
It's good.
Yeah, just like.
I had sour, more sour stuff.
You can do it.
No, I can't.
Do it.
Do this. Don't let it sit. It tastes nasty if you let it sit.
Tastes like Mexican candy.
Oh,
It's good.
why do you down it? You gotta rattle it in your mouth.